Wade Jones. Richard, Yahoo! I yawed my last two, Richard. I yawed my last two. Richard, he does work for the PBR. And with all the news coming out that you got to pay for first 30 days free, and it's just for Fridays. Ask Richard. We do all this for free. Yeah. It's amazing. All this bull riding stuff, we love it. We do it for free. Yeah. Anyway, this weekend, Oklahoma City, we're kicking off the week on Thursday evening. The National Cowboy Hall of Fame there in Oklahoma City with our Heroes and Legends ceremony where we honor all the greats. Priscilla Palermo with the Sharon Shoulders Award. Roy Cooper with the Ty Murray Top Hand Award, the late Roy Cooper, honoring him. And that was determined before he passed away. The Jim Shoulders Lifetime Achievement Award, the great Pam Minnick, for all her contributions to the sport of rodeo and bull riding. Big Bucks, the Frontier Rodeo, Jerry Nelson and Todd Teague both owned that bull, a great bull. That is the brand of honor. And the Ring of Honor, posthumously honoring the great Freckles Brown. Remember the song? The bull was called Tornado, and the cowboy, Freckles Brown, rode Tornado. He was like 82 years old. He was 46, I think, when he rode Tornado. And then, of course, also going in the Ring of Honor, J.B. Mooney. The great J.B. Mooney, one of the most famous bull riders of all time, most recognizable. A lot of people said, oh, it's about time. He is just this year eligible to go into the Ring of Honor. So, and then the team season kicks off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, downtown Oklahoma City. Probably the biggest change you'll see this year compared to last year, there are 10 teams. There are no bye nights or bye weekends. Last year we'd do 8 teams would compete each night, so two teams would sit out. This year, all 10 teams go each night. There are 5 games per night. The action should be great because you're going to see a total of 50 bull riders every night. 5 games of 10 bull riders each. So that's probably the biggest thing you'll see different in the team series. So that's this weekend already here. So catch your favorite PBR teams. Be paying attention. You can go to PBR.com or follow PBR Facebook, Instagram. Those are our 2 outlets that are rolling the best with Mitch and the gang there, PBR social media, taking care of things. So my schedule, I will be in Oklahoma City helping Matt West. Richard's giving me 95 degrees today in Calgary. They were melting on the tarmac. Listen, I remember being in Calgary in the arena, it would be 82, 83 degrees. They'd be like, how you handling the heat? You doing all right? Yeah, I mean, it's 82. When it's 95 in Calgary, even the Canadians quit drinking beer because it's so hot. That's how hot it feels to them. So my travel at Oklahoma City, Ring of Honor, emceeing that along with Matt West on Thursday evening, getting up Friday morning, not staying for the weekend. I've had a trip planned for a couple months. I'm going to drive north, take a couple days and drive up to Montana, go see Tootie, who's watching, and in Shoto, take care of a couple things. Maybe I'll make Tootie and Stanley help me clean out a storage unit or something. I don't know. I'll make Pete do it. That probably won't happen. And then after a couple days there, go down to Big Sky with the 11-time or 12-time event of the year in the PBR. Big Sky, a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. From there to Fort Collins, Colorado for the big last Cowboy Standing, along with John Party and Cross Canadian Ragweed, then back home to Texas. So I'm going to put some miles on. And 12. Thanks, Richard. Richard's got me. Richard's got me with the facts tonight. I like it. Leslie, good to see you, by the way. Stop in Rygate. I'll pull into Rygate. What the hell, right? So busy times, people are, won't you fly? You know, sometimes you just got to drive because you want to take your fishing pole and your golf clubs and all the clothes you can wear. Yeah, I'll swing through Billings, Bo. I'm gonna swing through Billings. I'll honk. I'll just give you a little. I'll give you a little. I'll give you the one finger wave out the window. Let's see. Speaking of Big Sky, every time there's always something happens at Big Sky. And I'll tell you a quick story before I show you this picture. We're in the middle of Richard will remember this story. We're in the middle of the arena, and in the distance, not very far distant, but from the arena, you can see there's condos in the front right there. And there's, by the way, just FYI, there's condos over here, condos over there, condos over there, and lights over here. And anyway, and on the roof of a condo is some people sitting up there eating and drinking, and they can see the bull riding. And I start taunting them, calling them cheaters for not buying a ticket. So I take off running through the fence across the parking lot. Somebody's down in the yard, points me through the door. I go up the back stairs, out the back window, up onto the roof with the fans at Big Sky. My favorite picture ever from Big Sky, Montana. I had some people took my picture and I said, here's my number, send it to me. So I don't know who the people were, but they took that picture of me. And if you've never been to Big Sky, there's the arena at Big Sky. That actually, to give you perspective, Bo, and you kind of know this, that picture is I'm facing West Peak. That picture is facing east. The mountains behind me are where it drops down off. Over those are the Gallatin River and the Gallatin Canyon, then runs to Bozeman. So that's the roof of a condo overlooking the sold out crowd at the arena at Big Sky. There you go. You know what it is today? Story time. Story time with Uncle Flint. That's right. Oh, big time in rodeo. Richard Jones is here. He's tuning in. Look at modern technology from the Calgary Stampede. Richard, I would like you to know I had it on. And even in my house, it was just, I couldn't get myself to wear, I call it a swoody. It's my sweater, hoodie, sock puppet, hood. Bo, I'll be right back. I got a show. Hold on. Okay. I could not get myself to wear this. It was just too warm. It was too warm. There's the hood. See, it's a sweater hoodie. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Richard and I each bought one of those one night in Calgary at the now I'm breathing hard. At the merchandise stand. Probably like $120 Canadian, like ridiculous. Anyway, it was just too warm. I went with the Wrangler t-shirt instead. It does have a Jedi hood. It's if you put the hood on, it goes completely over. All you can see is your eyes. So it's a Jedi hood. Yeah. Merchandise, selling that merchandise. That's right. So Calgary going on right now, about halfway from there, up there. Also, I mean, 4th of July, big money one. I picked a couple results to show you, a couple winners to show you. First of all, a rodeo that, see, I could have brought that too. I'm in the Hall of Fame at one of my favorite rodeos of all time. On that list of 10 rodeos I would work if I could work 10 rodeos. St. Paul, Oregon, little tiny town just south of Portland. The winners of the St. Paul, Oregon rodeo, Cade Saunier, the bareback riding, he's having a good year. Ty Erickson, he needed a win. He wins the steer wrestling. Hayes Smith, Jason Doobie in the team rope, and Cash Wilson I believe another record-setting ride on the Sankey Rodeo Company horse, the Black Tie. Riley Webb. Oh, poor Riley Webb. Just, just barely getting by. Riley Webb's going to go down as one of the greatest calf ropers we've ever seen. And what's he? Is he 20, 21? I mean, he's unbelievable. The four-time world champion. How great is it to see Sherry Serby win at a place like St. Paul, Oregon? And then Tristan Hutchings. Talk about having a hot year. Tristan Hutchings, great all-around cowboy, former college all-around cowboy. He was a steer wrestler, having a great year in the bull riding. We'll see him at the Wrangler NFR as well. Not really randomly, picked another great rodeo and another big 4th of July rodeo, Cody, Wyoming. And Cody with an all-star cast as well, Nick Pelkey in the bareback riding, Bridger Anderson and Luke G. Bridger, hey, we're keeping it up north. Bridger Anderson from out near Binford, North Dakota. Luke G. from Stanford, Montana. They split the win in the steer wrestling. Clint Summers and Jade Corkill back out on the trail. Jade healing him up again. Brody Kress, the Wyoming guy in the saddle bronc riding. Tough Cooper in the tie-down roping, having a good blazing year. Haley Kinzel, woo, surprise in the barrel racing. Jordan Spears, going to see him at the NFR again in the bull riding. All-star cast at both of those rodeos, both of those. Two of the best 4th of July rodeos in the country. Not to take away from any of the others. Greeley went all the way up kind of to the 4th. Then you got Livingston and Red Lodge. Then you got a lot of small rodeos all over the country. Prescott Frontier Days. You got, everywhere. Panoka, Alberta went up right up through Canada Day, right up through July 1st. Guys are everywhere. They're up and down the road. We luck out every year when I worry about cowboys that somebody's going to wreck every year. It's just they're sleep deprived. They're going too many miles, but lo and behold, we made it. So, but that will take us as we talk rodeo. We do randomly pick a Montana Silversmiths PRCA World Standings of the Week. We're going with the tie-down roping this week. He said, let's show it. Here's the top 10. Remember, the top 15 in the world make it to the Wrangler National Finals. Rodeo, Riley Webb, he is out on top. But there's Shad Mayfield, under 30 grand, not a huge lead. But if you look at these top 10, John Douch, Kincaid Henry, Ty Harris, Marty Yates, Joel Harris, Tough Cooper, Shane Hanchy, Riley Pruitt. That's just the top 10. Every one of those guys has been to the NFR. Tate Rhodes makes a great point. And Tate, it wouldn't surprise me because I've been watching on social media. Pretty sure he saw something that said Summers and Corco placed at 9 rodeos they entered over the 4th of July. Good stuff. Thanks, Tate. Appreciate that. So those are your Montana Silversmiths PRCA. That is your PRCA event? That is your PRCA event of the week. Those are your PRCA World Standings. There you go. Brought to you by Montana Silversmiths. As always, thank you to them for all of their support. Little quick word for Montana Silversmiths. Some fun stuff coming up. Don't leave. Welcome back. Thanks to Jane pointing out this is the first time, at least in the main arena, that they are having breakaway roping at the Calgary Stampede. Hot one today. Carrie also commented it was hot. It'll do that in Calgary sometime. Thing is, it'll get hot and then it stays light till like 11:30 at night there. It stays light a long time. It's staying light a long time in Montana right now, isn't it, Bo? Shoto, Montana was like, come on, kids, time to go to bed. We can't, Dad. The sun's shining in our window. Well, I know, but it's 10. So when the kids were little, right, Bo? Trying to get little kids to bed the end of June. up where I was from, north central Montana, like it's 10 o'clock, get to bed. The birds are still out. The sun's in our eyes. Let's see. What else is going on? Is anyone else allowed to? Randy, Randy Burtis. Love the long Montana. The thing about long summer days in Montana is that you know that that week before Christmas, when you come out of the store from Christmas shopping at 4:15 in the afternoon, you're going to freeze your balls off and it's dark. So, yeah. Hannah, look at that. Hannah Crawley. Sky's awake, I'm awake. You know it. You're a Shoto girl, Hannah. Hannah, Montana. You know that's right. Jeez. Yeah. That'd be Hannah Heckman to you and me right there, in case you were keeping score at home. Let's see. What else? I'll take a few comments before we get back into what's going on. Now, let's do this. Speaking of rodeo, we just talked about all the great rodeos going on. One that was it really 99 in Billings today? Oh, was it hot? Very hot. Ooh, hotter than two mice screwing in a wool sock. Tell you that. That's how hot it was. My brother Pete would be proud of me for using that. Speaking of rodeo, a big, fairly new rodeo. What's happening in Billings, Montana? Taking two rodeos that, frankly, in my mind, I hope Bo agrees, were, I don't know, struggling. Just hit some times where neither of them couldn't feed off each other. They were at odd times, both in the same building. There was no outdoor arena in Billings anymore, so everything but things in First Interstate Arena, include lots going on. The Nile steps up with their new general manager, a guy named David Allen. He says, let's have an outdoor rodeo. The fairgrounds sat there with a big empty lot as they fought about what to build. So they said, we're going to show you how to do an outdoor rodeo. So coming up August 14th, 15th, 16th, in accordance with the big Montana Fair, an outdoor rodeo at night. Going to have some VIP stuff, some premium experience. Brand new arena. It's not quite done, but the aerial view. What do I got? That was weird. Can you try that again? That's the same thing that popped up last time you tried to show me. Can you show me that picture again? All right. Yeah. There we go. Let's go. Yeah. There. Cheer. I say cheers to the new outdoor arena. I'll tell you. So there used to be the classic old fairgrounds in Billings. Huge covered grandstand, horse racing track. They, for a while, put an outdoor arena out in the middle of the track. It was fine. I never went to it, but permanent outdoor seating that seats close to 3,500 people. They will add some premium experience. Bucking chutes, bucking horses and bulls right into the main grandstand. Ultimately, up in the upper right corner, a warm-up arena for all the cowboys and cowgirls. Night arena during the Montana Fair, combining the summer Montana Fair with the Nile Fair and Rodeo that forever has been in October. The prize money goes up. You're catching all those guys here in August in another month or so. Really excited to see what they do at Rodeo Billings. I'm a fan. There's the brand new outdoor arena at the fairgrounds. And of course, being it's Montana, everybody is just positive. The greatest comment, Salty coming up. The greatest comment I saw was, oh yeah, looks good. Just a metal bleachers. Well, we had the perfect one. Remember, they built it in the 1940s and it was just fine. You just answered the question. It was built in the 1940s. They tear that shit down because it's going to fall down. Oh my gosh, hilarious. Oh, no building underneath. What kind of thing is that? Oh, that was, I know. I'm cynical. I guess I expect communities to rally around someone who lays it out there, has the balls to do something new. Because those are the people that stand by and never contribute anything to make things better and bitch. But Anyway, it's going to be great. In Billings, Tammy Anderson Mays, believe are you in California still? Former Shoto Bulldog, class of 1988. Well, isn't that weird that I know that stuff? I think Leslie was in that class too. See, look, Leslie and Tammy, um, class of 1988. They were a couple years below me in school. How about me just whooping out knowing all the people I went to high school with? Connor Halverson's here. Connor, I tried to layer today for you, buddy. Connor entered, I believe, this weekend in Livingston. Check me if I'm wrong, Connor. I saw you on the list. This coming Saturday night at the big Livingston PBR. So there you go. Also, kind of a treat this weekend. I walked over. I have a restaurant walking distance around the corner from where I live. And if you're from Texas, you might know HG Supply Company and their cool restaurants, kind of a classy food, full bar, sports bar-ish kind of a feel. And Connor says, I'll be there, will you? I don't know, Connor. Maybe I'll make a cameo if I happen to drive through town. But I'm watching ESPN. ESPN is on the TV at HG Supply, and it's one of my greatest show in the world, the Savannah Bananas. And they're coming up to bat. I took this picture of the TV above the bar at HG Supply. And as my good friend, if you go back in our archives, I should repost it. We should repost some podcasts, actually. He was a guest on, according to Flint, the podcast, my friend Matt Wolf, playing on the team that is playing the Savannah Bananas, live on ESPN from Fenway Park. You can see the closed captioning. That's why I dropped that down. Plays for the Firefighters, and he puts makeup on, and he dresses like a rodeo clown. Sometimes he takes his barrel onto the field. Really a great guy. He's a trick pitcher. He throws trick pitches, played some second base in the game, got to bat. So seeing good friends do great things on ESPN, the Savannah Bananas with the new media deal with ESPN. A lot of fun. A lot of people call them the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. Really intriguing stuff. And they actually play a baseball game in the middle of it, selling out Major League Baseball stadiums. Went to the football stadium at the University of Clemson and had 81,000 people there. So good stuff. My friend Matt Wolf, congratulations to him. So he couldn't make a cameo tonight because he's at the committee pre-kickoff dinner at Nephi, Utah. But Brad Narducci gave me a call today. He's doing fine, having a big time. Richard Jones is playing music in Calgary. You got Brad was in Oakley, Utah, now Nephi, Utah. Two good friends that play good music for, music directors for rodeos and PBR. Checked on me to make sure I got something that he sent me. Brad and I have a thing where we do old white guy greetings. It all started with guys going, oh, there he is, when they see each other. There he is. And Brad, being a Native American, being an Indian, we determined that was just the white guy version of, oh, this guy. So we started thinking of all the white guy greetings we could. And lo and behold, Barstool Sports comes out with, what is the best old guy phrase? Old guy phrase. Hi, Tanner Ward. Good to see you. Starting at the top, you got to match them up. We'll do the first round. Newsflash, buddy, or on the phone, yellow. I'm going with, because it's kind of how my dad answers the phone, yellow. I'm going with yellow. That's advancing. We're just doing the first round. Let's go, move down. We'll go across the top of the, hey, what's the damage? Or not see you later, alligator. We don't say that. But what's the damage? That advances for sure. Tanner Ward, don't sass me. Hey, while I'm adding, I'm going off the bracket, but I got a couple that I added. How about um, nice to see you? What do people say? Better to be seen than viewed. There you go. That's my own. We'll go back over to the left. Look what the cat dragged in. Hate to burst your bubble. Neither of those I like. I'll go burst your bubble. Yeah. Going across. You or what army? And that does not win. The one that wins is when you're talking about food. Oh, those are dangerous. That moves. That moves on. Uh, this one's easy. The bottom one says, "Don't mind if I do." I'm over on the getting towards the bottom left. Don't mind if I do. But nope, I say this all the time. All the time. Hey, let me sneak past you there. All the time. Hey, sorry, man, just gonna sneak past you. That's me. So that moves on. Gonna go straight across. No more Mr. Nice Guy. What's it say? Nice what? I can't see it. Nice blinker. I said that just the other day. Guy turned and I'm like, nice blinker. Could have gone. So nice blinker moves on. Let's say it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Working hard or hardly working. I'm going, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Because my daughter Shelby went to Arizona this weekend and it was like 109 and dry heat. And she said, nope, baked my skin, Dad. The humidity, it's worse. It's worse. Cool your jets. That's a good one. So it's not the heat, it's the humidity is moving on. And the last one, ready to rock and roll or cool your jets. I sometimes say, you know what, tonight we're not just going to rock, we are also going to roll. So I'm going to cool your jets. Anyway, a couple more of my favorites are when somebody says, "Oh, put it on his bill." That's a good one. That's white guy crap right there. But the other one, the one that I truly love because I hate, you see somebody, you walk in a place and they say, "They'll let anybody in here." I freaking hate. So you know what my response has been? They'll say, "Oh, they'll let anybody in here," and I look at the person straight face and said, "Yeah, apparently, because you're here." So there you go. That's our old white guy greetings. So speaking of that, it's a good topic. Tanner's got good ones. I work with Tanner, by the way. For those of you wondering who Tanner Ward is, I'd like to say I work with him in the office, but since he's there like once every 2 weeks, I can't really say, Tanner, missed you today. Tanner Ward, by the way, his dad, pro rodeo, National Rodeo Hall of Famer Jack Ward, world champion bareback rider. There you go. Let's see. I'm going to rock your world. Chris Pantani. You think we'll get a Wrangler minute today? Oh, any chance? Think we'll get a Wrangler minute? I'm feeling out the crowd here. Tanner's coming in tomorrow. I just shamed him. He's coming in tomorrow. Come on, Tanner. Luke Snyder is watching. How about a Wrangler minute? Okay, everybody, let's throw it out there. We're leading into a new month. It's July. We're heading into the team series. Not that I can talk a minute about anything in particular. Look at Connor Alverson. Look at that. More people here than you can shake a stick at. Tell you that. Connor, you're funny. I appreciate that. Wrangler minute, you know the rules. Brainstorm for a second. You throw any topic that you would like to hear me speak about for 1 minute. We'll start the timer, and I'll do the best I can. Flip-flops or Crocs. Sorry. Once again, Kyle, you don't have a very good topic. Actually, Kyle has floated us a couple of good topics. I do not wear Crocs. I do have some flip-flops to wear around hotels. Wrangler minute. Give me a topic, something controversial, something out of the ordinary, preferred if it's not anything. Bull riding, or it could be sports, could be No politics. By the way, being here in Texas, of course, all of us thinking about the big floods a few hours south and west of here. Been an awful time in the news for people here in Texas. So it's been a heavy time in Texas for, Texas is one of those places everybody's got a connection every part in the state. And the flooding down there just a really catastrophe. So thinking of those people, keeping up on the news. I know there was a rodeo family that we lost. And so anyway, um, Wrangler Minute. Wrangler Minute. Give me a topic. If you don't give me one, that's the way it goes. I will speak about it for 1 minute. Funniest misunderstanding you had with a fan. Usually they were not funny. First time rolling up to the Thomas and Mack. Tanner Ward. Okay. Evan with the big sports one. Thoughts on OK Thunder winning the championship series? My thoughts are they won. There you go. Chris Rankin, the Hankin. Predictions for this year's team series. I know I've been trying to, I wonder. I don't. That's a tough one. And now I haven't been thinking about, I can't remember who has who on the teams. But worst airplane conversation. The worst airplane conversation, Jeff, is any airplane conversation. Connor, worst date and why? Cranberry MVP, Marcus already answered. Create a holiday. Wow. Create a holiday. I will say, PBR teams, there's going to be some surprises. Of course, Carolina and the rodeo. Jane says, PETA complaining that the rodeo at the Calgary Stampede awful for animals. Oh, great. 40 years in a row. What am I going to say, Jane? They're as stupid as ever. Anyway, Austin Gamblers and Carolina Cowboys loaded. But man, there are great riders on every team. So look out. Some of those guys have gotten better. Watch for guys like Hudson Bolton. A kid that out of nowhere finishes the season strong. Will that carry into teams? You got the veterans on the old dependables with Austin and Carolina. Look at me. I could have talked for a minute. Give me a minute on why you haven't came out with any layered merch. Because I'm not buying the merch, Connor. Now I live in Texas. Nobody wears long sleeves. Baggies or athletic shorts? Oh, you're talking. Did I do that topic? I did that topic, didn't I? Tanner, you missed it. Where rodeoing, I wore the baggies. PBR, I wore the uniform. And I said, if you're going to not wear baggies, it's got to be cut like a uniform. Yeah. There. So, Tanner, good topic because I already did. Driving up to Montana, what is the longest stretch of highway that goes on forever? That's not a bad one. Clay, thoughts of Fort Worth traffic? Oh my God. There is always traffic here. By the way, I can say this about drivers in Texas. A stop sign is simply a cue to tap your brakes. Yeah. If I wanted to coach a team, are you talking a bull riding team? Which one would you and why? I'll coach with Luke Snyder if he's watching. Casper to Sheridan. Keep them coming. I can't. What was one that? I don't know what teams. I'm drawing a blank with the predicting teams because I honestly can't remember who's on what team. There's a bunch of trades. So, hey, by the way, toilet paper over or under. What do I miss about Montana? If you went pro in any sport, what would it be? Football. I always wanted to be an NFL football player. And I'm 5'9", 140. So, to visit where we go, like in random places. Scott Vile. Hey, hello. Best breed of cow dogs, in your opinion? I don't have a dog or cows. So I don't know. Somebody who's had cows could answer that. David, were you on here when I complimented your work with the outdoor arena in Billings? Come on, dude. I know Bo's doing all the work, but still. What you have, since everyone tries to copy what you have done, can you think of anyone that you first wanted to follow or reciprocate? Coulter Heckman. Remember when Hannah Crawley commented a while ago? Coulter is her brother. Look at that. I don't mind that, Coulter. I like the topic. Because I'm going to kind of correct some things. Here it is. Coulter says, since everybody nowadays, which I'm going to disagree with, tries to copy what you have done, can you think of anyone that you first started to follow and reciprocate? I can do this for a Wrangler minute. All right, here we go. Thanks. Good job, Coulter. See, it took a Shoto guy. Okay, here it is. David Stanning. Okay, I got a topic. Everybody stop. It's a Wrangler minute. I'm just going to go with current style of rodeo clowns, entertainers, and who I first watched to kind of get an idea of how to do this. Wrangler minute, ready, go. I will argue a little bit that people are trying to copy what I did. Styles changed throughout the years. I went a different direction with the style. People talk about J.J. Harrison a lot. He and I had to talk about it. He's up in the Northwest, and they say, J.J. he just copied you. JJ never really watched me. He just had a style very similar to me. So now when people do what I did, they're copying, but there is a generation of rodeo clowns that wanted to be Liesl Harris. And that was the style forever. There's a generation of rodeo announcers that wanted to be Bob Tallman. That's just how it works. It works in football, it works in basketball, works in the entertainment business. First of all, rodeo entertainers, it's okay to call yourselves rodeo clowns. Be proud of that. I watch stand-up comedians. Howie Mandel was one of my favorite stand-up comedians, and I took from them. But a guy that helped me, and I loved his body language, his exaggeration, his facial expressions, and his intellectual comedy was a guy named Butch Lemcooler from Nebraska. Time's up, but I will say this. If you ever see a rodeo clown in today's world doing an act where they're jumping on a trampoline, that came from Butch Lemcooler. Butch Lemcooler was a school teacher, a very smart guy, very competitive, intense to do a great job. The point of his trampoline act was he was on the college diving team. So he could do all these double flips and twists. And it was the guy didn't show up, so I'm going to do the act. And that went all the way through with acts that I did. Troy Lurwell jumped the motorcycle because the guy didn't show up. The Trick Riders, Keith Isley, the guy didn't show up, so he did the act. That was, in my opinion, really established by Butch Lemcooler. So there you go. And yeah. By the way, I commented on my post today. It really doesn't make me feel good or do anybody any good to insult guys in the business now and Coulter didn't do that, but somebody else did that I'm friends with. It doesn't do any good. It doesn't make me feel any better about things. So anyway, we'll let you guys get going. I appreciate our numbers were good tonight. Glad everybody is coming in out of the heat, enjoying a beverage and spending your evening with us. Well, Evan, great statement, Evan. Well, this night was a great success. Good show. I appreciate that, Evan. Coulter, it's good to see you on here. I'm glad you gave me a good Wrangler minute. I hope I had to talk fast, but I covered a lot of stuff there for you. So hope everything is well for you up north. Appreciate you guys, your family. Good show. Kyle, good to see you on here. Connor. You know, Connor Halverson is sneaky smartass. Like 9 more minutes. Don't short us. Tanner, I'll be there bright and early. We'll go for a little walk through the stockyards tomorrow, buddy. we'll sell some sponsorships and go walk through the stockyards, me and you in parks. So Calder says it's hotter than shit up there. So Arena, good to see everybody. We appreciate you, Bo. If you guys get a chance, you don't know him, but tell Bo happy birthday tomorrow, 45th. Appreciate everybody coming. Next week I will be in Montana. I'll decide, Bo. We may come to you live from Choteau, Montana. 2D has great Wi-Fi. There's Jeff Marn. Speaking of good rodeos, he's headed up to the Wild Horse Stampede up on the Highline in Wolf Point, Montana. So I'm headed north, everybody. Luke Snyder, good to see you on here. We appreciate it. Good to see some good friends. Hey, we'll try to plan next Tuesday from 2D and Stan's house. Maybe do a quick live from there. Otherwise, thanks for joining us, everybody. See you in Oklahoma City this weekend. Travel safe if you're traveling. See you soon.